The airport was alive with its usual hustle and bustle. Passengers hurried to catch their flights. Families bid their emotional farewells, and business travelers, like Jordan, navigated the terminal with quiet efficiency. Jordan, a successful entrepreneur in his mid-40s, had just wrapped up a lucrative business deal and was on his way home to Atlanta, clad in a tailored navy blue suit. He exuded confidence and composure, a stark contrast to the chaotic environment surrounding him. He settled into one of the waiting area chairs, checking his phone for last-minute emails before boarding. Seated a few rows away was an older woman, Margaret, who carried an air of entitlement, dressed in an elegant beige suit with pearl accessories. She looked like someone who spent her afternoons at an exclusive country club, sipping tea and exchanging gossip. As she skimmed the crowd, her gaze landed on Jordan. Her expression soured instantly, and she muttered under her breath, shaking her head in disapproval. Jordan, aware of the glance, but choosing to ignore it, continued minding his own business. When the boarding call for first-class passengers was announced, Jordan stood and walked toward the line. As he approached the gate, Margaret abruptly cut in front of him, her chin lifted in condescension. "Excuse me, young man," she said with a forced smile, "but I believe first-class boards first." Jordan, who preferred to avoid unnecessary confrontation, responded calmly, "Ma'am, I am flying first class too." Margaret's eyes widened slightly, and she let out a sarcastic chuckle. "Oh, well, isn't that something?" she remarked, the disbelief evident in her voice. Jordan merely gave her a polite nod, before stepping forward and handing his boarding pass to the flight attendant. He made his way to his seat, settling into the plush window-side chair, hoping that the unpleasant interaction would end there. But fate had other plans. As the other passengers filed in, Jordan noticed Margaret making her way down the aisle. His heart sank when she stopped at the seat beside him. As soon as she sat her down, she made her displeasure known. "I can't believe they let just anyone sit here these days," she said, ensuring her voice was loud enough for the surrounding passengers to hear. Jordan turned his head to face her, his expression calm but firm. "Ma'am, I'd appreciate it if you kept your comments to yourself," he said evenly. Margaret scoffed. "You people are so sensitive. Can't even take a joke." A thick tension filled the cabin as other passengers exchanged uncomfortable glances. The flight attendants took notice and began whispering among themselves, but Margaret waved them off, determined to continue her passive-aggressive assault. As the plane took off, Margaret's behavior escalated. She continuously pressed the call button, complaining about trivial matters. Air conditioning was too cold, the seat belt was too tight, the food was subpar. But what was more frustrating was the way she made these complaints. Each comment was laced with veiled insults toward Jordan. "I just don't feel safe sitting next to someone like him," she remarked at one point, ensuring that the flight attendants and half the cabin heard her. Jordan clenched his jaw but remained composed. He had dealt with people like her before, and knew that responding with anger would only escalate the situation. Then Margaret turned to him directly. "Do you even know how to behave in first class, or are you just here to show off?" she sneered. Taking a deep breath, Jordan responded, "Ma'am, I'm here because I earned it. Now, please leave me alone." But Margaret wasn't finished. She suddenly grabbed Jordan's arm, her grip surprisingly strong for her age. "Listen here, boy, you don't talk to me like that." A collective gasp echoed through the cabin. A young woman sitting a few rows behind immediately pulled out her phone and started recording. The flight attendant rushed over, her expression severe, but Margaret cut her off. "Don't you dare defend him. People like him don't belong here." Jordan slowly rose from his seat, his voice steady but firm. "I have been nothing but polite to you, ma'am. Your behavior is unacceptable, and I won't tolerate it any longer." The flight attendant, visibly fed up, addressed Margaret sternly. "Ma'am, this is your final warning. If you don't stop harassing our passenger, we will have to involve the authorities upon landing." Margaret huffed, crossing her arms. "We'll see about that," she muttered. As the plane began its descent, Margaret's antics continued. At one point, she accidentally knocked over Jordan's drink and smirked as she watched the liquid spread across his lap. "Clumsy," she said smugly. But karma had a way of dealing with people like Margaret. As the plane touched down, the captain made an unexpected announcement. "Ladies and gentlemen, we've been informed that law enforcement will be boarding the plane shortly due to a disturbance reported during the flight." Margaret's smug expression instantly morphed into panic. "What? This is ridiculous!" she shrieked. The young woman who had been recording earlier stood up. "It's not ridiculous, ma'am. I got the whole thing on video." She turned to Jordan. "Do you want me to send this to the authorities?" Jordan smiled gratefully. "Yes, please." Moments later, as the police entered the plane, Margaret desperately tried to play the victim. "This man was threatening me," she lied, pointing at Jordan. The officer simply held up the phone screen displaying the footage. "Ma'am, we've already seen the video. You're the one causing trouble here." Margaret's face drained of color. "You can't be serious. I'm an old woman." "Oh, or not. You're responsible for your actions," the officer said. "Please come with us." As Margaret was escorted off the plane in handcuffs, the passengers erupted in applause. Jordan finally relaxed, a sense of justice washing over him. One of the flight attendants approached him, offering a sympathetic smile. "We're so sorry for what you went through. Your next flight with us is on the house." Jordan chuckled. "Thank you. I just hope people like her learn their lesson." With that, he walked off the plane, his head held high, knowing that sometimes karma works faster than expected. Thank you for watching until the very end. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more inspiring stories. Have a wonderful day.